Howdy folks, it's me, Manic coming to you from the bunker system, located underneath the art villa found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. And what day is it? It's record day. I found a few records to share with you. And let's just check to see if the Manic Mark's Mark of the Beast is still working right there. But first I get a story and I don't know how to get into it. It's usually how it goes here. The holidays are here. I gotta say the holidays are here. All the stress boils to the top. Why do we have to have holidays? That's what I'm asking. And they're supposed to bring happiness and cheer, and all it brings is stress boiling to the top. Yeah? Needed some help running the remote control for the TV set. And I don't blame her. There's like 5 remote controls and you've got the surround sound thing, and if you push the wrong combinations of buttons, you might as well throw the thing away because you'll be lost in this. I don't have I bought it used and there's no manual to it. God forbid I should punch the wrong buttons and lose the setting that it's on. Every now and then that will happen. It's like you're half asleep and you push the button, and then suddenly there's subtitles. It's like, how do you get rid of that? It takes you half an hour to figure out how to get rid of the damn subtitles. Where was I? Oh, you know how there's always this one person in your life that just has a tendency to say the wrong thing? And they just have a way, a power, a magical power to get under your skin and push your buttons until you crack. You just crack. Thanksgiving dinner, okay. I'm going to present this in such a way as to not take sides in the conversation, I hope. So you know, so then, well, of course you're going to get upset, or why are you getting upset? I'm not one of those kind of things. So I'm sitting there, it's like, turkey, cranberry souffle or whatever it was, mashed potatoes. And then this voice from the end of the table goes, well, have you been watching this or that? And I'm just going to have to say it's politics, okay? And as soon as he says that, I'm like, man, don't go there. Don't go there. I know you're just trying to get in the middle of it, because he doesn't care. He doesn't care what anybody else has to say. All he cares about is that they say something, and he says whatever contrary that's in his head. Don't go there. So somebody, like, I can tell the person that answers him is being really, really careful, trying to take sort of the middle of the road approach to his answer so as to not say anything that give this guy the opening that I know he's looking for. And then some other people fall for it, you know, and suddenly then there's this mild argument about immigration going around the table. It's just making my head hurt. I'd pretty much stay out of that. I didn't stay out of it all the way, but I'm like, don't. So then everybody gets up and he's going on more. No, I remember, I'm talking about the train display that I worked on. That's what happened. But you know, now I'm already slightly agitated. It's just the way I am about the train display, which was once owned by CG&E, that now owned by Duke. I may have gone into just far enough, so I get myself in trouble. Well, did you know this has nothing to do with the frickin' train display? Oh, I said, well, you know, Duke bought CG&E. CG&E's been putting up the train display for decades, like 4 decades, 40 years or 50 years. It's been forever. And I guess they came in because Duke came in and bought the company, and their upper management doesn't understand what it means to the community. It's all based on bottom line. It costs a lot of money to put the thing together, and they just decided to dump it, you know, on the museum that I do work for. Well, but the follow-up is not like, how long did you have to work? What did you have to do? Was it fun to be around the trains? Did you get to work with them? Did you get to talk to the guys that were putting up the display? It was, well, did you know that Duke's no longer they're selling all their properties that generate power, and they're just going to be the people that handle the transmission, the infrastructure or something? I'm like, no. It's probably my fault. I'm going to blame myself here. You should go to the records and not listen to this part. And I said something like, well, they can probably see the handwriting on the wall that as a company that would produce power, there's all these brand new regulations, and it's just not profitable for them. They can see this, or they think this is going to happen, or is happening. It's too hard to build power plants. It's too hard to be a part of that end of it. So they're just going to handle transmission because it's easier somehow to be a part of that. Well, then he gets into this thing, well, totally out of left field, like, well, they ought to be gas generating plants and all this. Like, well, wait a minute, no. And so I'm like, you know, Kentucky, and we're in the coal country here, and there's problems, and the coal mines are shutting down because of regulations, and well, things just get outmowed, and well, no, things outmow themselves by themselves. And if there's a way to make money, for people to go make money, they're going to fill a vacuum and let them alone to do what they need to do, rather than tell. And now, see, I'm cutting all that out. I'm getting to the point that I'm yelling, sort of loud. What I do is I answer the first couple of questions, and then I say, I just can't talk about this because I know what's coming. It's nonsensical, contrary answers just to get under my skin and make me like this. I can't talk about that. I'm getting up and he says something else. I'm holding my forehead, I'm getting louder, and people are looking at me, and I got to go into the other room and sit down, and I'm shaking. Thanksgiving, you gotta love it. Then on the way home, there's this. I felt bad because it hurt my wife's feelings, and because of this impending Christmas crap that's coming up. The family dynamics have changed, and the family's much larger, and now the kids have had kids, and where else are they going to go? Nobody wants to have them really because there's too many people. It's not that you don't like the people; it's that there's too many to put into a small place. Okay, but that's what we have a problem with that, with having all those people over and their kids. You know, you got the antiques that are toys crash. Well, you never like children. No, I don't like it when they open a drawer and pull out a loaded gun and shoot something with it. That's what I don't have to worry about, is paying attention when the damn parents should be aren't. So I told a story once about having a client over who brought his kid over. The kid was tall enough to walk. I'm with the client trying to do something for him, and he's paying no attention to his kid, like he doesn't even care. The kid walks in another room, and then suddenly he's screaming. Like, I had a drawer open, and he hit his head on a drawer or something. Like, and then I did work for him, and he didn't pay me. Probably to pay me back for hurting his child. If it had been a few years later, there probably would have been a way that he could have filed a lawsuit against me. Now, on to the records. After all that horrible, you take one day off, and all you got is a bitch. In records, the best of Jim Whittington. I think I know this guy. I'm not sure. It looks like Private Press. It's probably going to end up, I'm going to play a few tracks, and I'm going to end up putting it in the stack to go away. Sonny and Cher. I normally wouldn't buy a Sonny and Cher album. This was, and this is a compilation album, but it's early. It's on ACO. It's early. I like the cover graphic. And there was a letter in it. A love letter from some girl at the Burns unit, and I was going to feature that, but I don't think I will. Anyway, she's 16, and she's in the hospital, and there's this 14-year-old boy that wanted her to go with him. Are you going steady? And she said, I told him no. And then she said, Danny, you're the one I love. And I told this kid no. And then there's this 15-year-old boy in the other room, and he's kind of good, and all the doctors are good looking, but you're the one I love. Right? If you want me, I'm here. But don't wait too long, because everybody else, all the other men around me, they look highly interesting to me. Superpower, Marty Gold. I think I've got this one. I picked it up for trade. Private Press, Blaine. Blaine, bro. There, man. Take it to the man. Take it to the man, Blaine. It's a religious album. I just cut out a burp, sorry. Diamonds. It's Glenn Derringer at the Baldwin Marquee. I keep burping. What the hell? Lullaby of Birdland. Tomorrow feels so good. Just the way you are. That'll be awesome. It was fun to find this one. There's a sticker on it. Sorry, I gotta take the damn sticker off. This one came from, uh-oh. I hate it when you pull the sticker off and it starts to rip the damn thing. Ah, so careful. This looks good. Around the World in Percussion. I've looked at this on eBay. couple of times by Louis Bellson and his drum and orchestra. I don't know if it's going to be any good, but I've got a cheap copy of it now. It was half price wherever I went today. It was half price day. Who is Lanny Kazan? There she is. Cover's a little bit water damage. There she is in the back. She's pretty smoking hot. Picked up Pozo Seco, Shades of Time. I have no idea. It was a clean record, a bit too modern. A 12-inch single, 50 cents. Had a funny dog cover on it. So I picked it up. This was fun to get. Taking the sticker off of this one. On Liberty, the premier Liberty label. Felix Slakekin. It's got your die-cut cover. Felix makes really good stuff. I was happy to get that. 50 cents. Ooh, more damn stickers. This was fun. Promotional copy, marked on the cover and on the label on the inside. It's the big band Beatles songs on what? London. London. That looks great. Jose Mingles. I broke down that one Jose Millis album I played the other day. I've not been happy with any of the stuff I've got of his. There were a couple songs on it that were okay. So there's a couple more titles on this one that look interesting, so I picked it up. I'll probably regret it. Henry Mancini, taking the label off. Some Henry Mancinis today. This one, 1967. Henry Mancini. It's got some cool tunes on it. Gaily. That's the name of a motion picture. These weren't half price, they were only $1. Sorry about that. It wasn't half price everywhere I went. Another Henry Mancini album I don't have. Soundtrack. Oh, darn, I should have gone through and taken all these frickin' labels off. Mexican Party. Taste of Honey. Ooh, baby, check this out. Pretty in Pink is the Snyder family. Jesus, open up the way. Look at Grandma Snyder there. I don't know how happy she is to be a part of this project. She's on the front cover. This is pretty cool. The Glenn Miller Singers. Okay. It's a gatefold. A wonderful kind of casual shot of the Glenn Miller Singers. Emotions. Mystic Moods. Found a Mystic Moods album for 50 cents today. Sweet. Love the Mystic Moods. And here's a really horrible Henry Mancini cover. Just a horrible, not a good painting. I don't like it anyway. But listen to the tunes on here. Battlestar Galactica, Fantasy Island, Star Trek, Three's Company, The Cheap Detective. Could be good. Yay, Stanley Black. In sound. Don't have the Stanley Black. These boots are made for walking. Michelle, La Bamba, A Taste of Honey. That's going to be awesome. The 50 Guitars, another premier, Liberty premier label, budget label, the die-cut budget. No, it's not budget. It's premier. It's their fancy label. Clean copy of that. Hip Trip Down, Some Other Street. These are all songs about streets by the Johnny Hamlin Quintet. Don't know anything about this. Might be any good, but it was a fun, clean cover on Vic Off the Cuff. Bobby Dukoff. Half Price, Congo. Including Misaluba, a mass sung in pure Congolese. Another Felix Slakekin album, this time an Hawaiian album I don't have. Also on Liberty on the premiere, their slick Ola record deal, heavier vinyl and die-cut expensive covers, gatefolds. So that was fun to find that. I may want to feature this out of the Olive Branch Baptist Church. Here's Wally singing. I don't know. And it wasn't. Remember I held up that record a while ago and I said, Sal, you turned me on? It wasn't that person. I didn't care for her. What was her name? Don't remember. But now I remembered it was Timmy Euro, and I got the hits album of hers on Liberty. I don't know if this is the stereo or not. No, this is the mono version. So that was fun to get cheap. And I've been looking at this in the record bin forever. They had half price day at a real record store. And I've been looking at this forever and I didn't want to pay for it. So I finally picked it up. It's a Buddy Morrow. I got some of his stuff. He covers television themes like The Naked City, Sea Hunt, The Squad, Richard Diamond, Highway Patrol, a bunch of Peter Gunn, a bunch of great tunes on that record. Pretty excited to get the copy of that. And that's it. Play the Tiki Drummer. Wish I knew which one I'm going to play.